Center for the Mississippi Municipal League's annual conference. We are grateful to our sponsors, Raymond James Financial and Covington County Hospital. We welcome now Robin McCrory, the mayor of Lexington, Mississippi. Mayor, thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you for asking me to stop by and talk with you. But I'd love to talk to you about Lexington and this conference. And
we'll do it. Tell us what's going on in Lexington.
Well, we're a small town of 1,600, and we are rural, but we are so excited. We're working right now on an MDOT project with our sidewalks. So we've done enhancement around the court square with brick walks and historical lighting, and our 17 South entrance corridor has been completed with the walks and the lighting, and now we're working on Highway 12 East entrance corridor up to our court square with a beautiful courthouse that has recently been renovated and restored, still working on the interior of the courthouse in the courtroom, but beautiful old town.
What was the source of the funding? Was this from ARPA,
MDOT,
from the state, from MDOT itself? Okay, I got you. Yeah. Well, it's never ends, does it, Mayor?
We're fortunate with MDOT that our court square is the crossroads of Highway 12 and 17.
Ah, okay.
So the highway funding and monies can be used in our downtown area.
I got you. So it's not the responsibility 100% for the city to maintain that.
Yes, it is. We have to apply for those funds, but that's why we're eligible.
I got you. That makes total sense. What are some of the other issues that you guys are facing at the municipal level these days that you're working on?
Oh, my goodness. Well, we had situation with the PERS contribution, and I think the league did a beautiful job, and the state legislature, they came together, and we're proud of what was approved there and helping small towns. We are working to not only get things passed legislatively, but to block legislation. And one thing that I hear is coming up is this grocery store tax, and the tax being taken away, the sales tax being taken away. And small communities like Lexington, when your grocery store is your major source of sales tax revenue, people don't realize how important those sales tax dollars are to provide continuing city services to the citizens. And you take that away, how are they going to make cities whole? Yeah. It's just...
depending on the city, is that your primary source of revenue, sales tax?
In your small towns.
Yeah, in small towns typically is.
You know, you just don't have much retail.
Property,
you don't have much retail in a small town. And, you know, everybody has to eat. And with inflation and everything else going on, and your sales tax revenue already dropping, and you're seeing patterns of that decreasing monthly, and not real stable, the thought of that happening is very concerning to small towns.
So we hear lots of folks say that they'd really like to see a reduction or even a total elimination of the sales tax on groceries. And as you indicated, should that happen, that would blow a hole in a lot of municipalities' budgets. Would you like to see perhaps the state kind of cover that shortfall?
Exactly. When they can show us how they can make cities whole, and of course run it by the state tax commission, you know, the folks that crunch and punch the numbers to make sure that what we're being told is right.
Well, that's what I'm hearing from most municipalities, that they're okay with it as long as the state can figure out some way to make them whole. What about, you have any position or feelings about plans to, in attempts to eliminate the income tax? Any thoughts about that from your perspective?
No, I just, that would be a good thing, I think. I think it would help with people coming to Mississippi and people staying in Mississippi. We have so many college graduates that leave the state and go to other states, and when they look at where they are going, that's one of the things that they do look at.
Yeah, the no or low tax state, lower tax states.
That's correct.
It certainly is a factor that plays into it as well. What about some of the workshops? I looked through the the expo guide, agenda and expo guide here, and just a number listed in the catalog here of sessions you can attend. Anything in particular that you're attending or have an interest in?
Well, you continuously have to come to these classes to learn, because nothing is permanent but change, and everything about the time you learn, which way to do things, there's a new rule or regulation, and something is changing. So it's so important for every town to be a member of the Mississippi Municipal League, and for each town to support their mayor and board attending this conference. There are classes being offered that everything from municipal finance to professional development. And of course, your certification is at 3 levels. You have your basic certification, and you graduate with so many hours for that. And then you move on and start taking your advanced level courses, and you get your certificate for advanced development. And then the final graduation as a municipal official is your professional degree or your certification. And you try and work in and attend the classes that go toward those core areas, and we just are so fortunate to have an organization like the League to provide these classes and educational services. And I was had the opportunity to serve on the educational committee this year, and working with Robbie Brown at the League to decide, programmatically which classes and what we thought we needed to talk more about and provide to our members.
And I noted, just looking through the list of the various sessions and workshops, that many deal with just the most effective approach to securing grants across a range of areas.
That's correct. One of the most important things that you can do at this conference is not only attend these classes and learn about the programs and the grant funding and the monies that are out there and who's eligible and how to apply, but the people that review grants and that offer these grants, they are here at the conference, and you get to look at them, eye to eye, one-on-one, and network and meet and learn from other communities that have applied for the different types of grants and how they went about it, and what the good parts about it were, the difficult parts. And sometimes they share information. If you don't have a grant writer and they have applied, they'll let you see the copy of their grant and the template that is there to help you. Small towns don't have the money that or the staff. And so when we have to work on these projects, larger cities and towns share their resources, and we learn and we meet these people from these larger towns here at these conferences, and are able to talk with them, and they help us and provide us good information.
Geographically speaking, Lexington isn't too terribly far from, of course, northern Madison County, and we've got this really big AWS project coming into the area. Have you been communicating about that with anybody? Is there any? The Amazon Web Services, the big hyperscale data center projects, announced at $10 billion. I think it's going to be likely around $20 billion is what they're telling us now. But they're probably going to employ a lot of people, many of whom are going to come from the neighboring counties. That's correct. We have a lot of people that commute from Lexington to Madison County to work at Nissan and the spinoff companies that are suppliers to Nissan, and that is certainly a wonderful thing. Likely to see that here as well. Yeah, because it's really not that far. It's a pretty easy shot down I-55 there to the Canton area where one of those is. Yeah. So when is the conference over? Tomorrow? The conference is over tomorrow night. We will have our incoming President's Gala tomorrow night at the Beau Rivage, and
then after that gala, the conference is over. So we'll all be checking out and leaving the Gulf Coast Thursday morning.
Well, it's a lot of fun, beautiful weather. You get to visit and meet with lots of your peers that are running these other cities, and you're down here on the beautiful Mississippi Gulf Coast for the great weather as well, and hopefully solving some problems and moving ahead.
That's right. We just look forward to taking back to Lexington and Holmes County what we've learned at the conference and put it into practice for the betterment of Lexington and all our people there.
Mayor Robin McCrory of Lexington, Mississippi has been our guest. Appreciate you coming on, Mayor.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot. Coming up next, it's Billy Nowell, the mayor of Cleveland, Mississippi. Stay tuned. We're in the Element Wealth studio at the Mississippi Coast Convention Center for the Mississippi Municipal League's annual conference.